Hey guys, it's Narelle here and welcome back to a new video. In this video, I'm going to show you the last half of this journal that I've been using as a sketchbook, and I recently got a new one, so I'm like, I don't feel bad because I only had one page of this left. So yay for almost completing a 150 page journal. So this is the last sketch you stopped off on. So here's the sketch I did of my OC axis. And here's a doodle that I did exactly when it turned 2017. And I actually did this chick as a random picture. But since I like her so much, I'm going to make her a character. And I decided she is going to be a hippie. So it's going to be fabulous. But her design, I'm going to have to change because she looks a lot like Aiko, as you can see. And that is not happening because there can only be one Aiko in this world. So here's a failed doodle. Here was my video notes for my recap video. And here's Hatsune Miku because me and Nautica were in a Skype call and we both did not know what to draw. So we both decided, let's draw Miku. So this is my version. She posted hers on Instagram and I didn't really post mine because I somewhat had emotions for it. I'm just like, I like it and then I don't like it at the same time. So here's a doodle of Chio and Now because again, I was still in art block, and here's actually a picture of Suzuku from the Visual K band Mejibre because he recently cut his hair and I am dying in the fangirls with his pictures because he looks ever so sexy. I can't with Suzuku, so I decided to draw him. I really don't think this looks like him, but at least I got the idea of him down, so I am somewhat happy with this. So here's actually a fan art of Nautica's character Agnes because I was looking at her online shop because she told me she updated it recently, and I'm like, oh my gosh, the Agnes stickers are so cute. And then I realized I have not drawn Agnes at all, so I did fan art of Agnes and she really liked it. And before you guys ask, I colored this with Copic markers and those hashtag coloring markers I got a while ago with some felt tip markers to add the little box. So here's actually a very ugly drawing of my character Irui. Here's some victory fan art because everyone was raving over my Yurio fan art a while back and they were just like, more. So I'm like, okay, I'm gonna do victory. And as soon as this went up on Instagram, I killed all of my friends and I'm like, I'm so sorry, because I'm super obsessed with that. I think it was the first episode of Yuri on Ice when Yuri lost to competition, and when he saw Victor, he was too embarrassed to even say anything, whereas Victor actually waved. And I felt like if Victor and Yuri had their relationship going on that point, I felt like Victor would have hugged him and said, hey, it's okay, you can try again. And I'm just like, I really wanted to put that emotion through. I don't really like this as much, but apparently since I killed most of my friends, I succeeded in doing so. So here's a small doodle of Crispy Samchi. Here is Now at school because I decided to make him go to an American school, and he is struggling because he does not know how to spell stuff in English. Like with the demon world, they pronounce the way they say things, but in the human world, since we have to physically write, he can't do that. So he actually misspelled his name because Chio never really taught him how to spell his name. So it's actually pretty funny and interesting at the same time. And this is Now dressed in some formal wear because if you guys forgot, he is actually a prince of hell, so even he has to go through the same things Naru did as a child, so that's his formal wear. And this is when I asked those questions for my Ask My OC thing, and this is a failed doodle, so we're not going to talk about it. So this is the first question, and it's asked by Choco. And she asked, what's Nick's idea of a Friday night? And basically, it's to chill at home, watch movies, smoke, and catch up on some anime. So that's technically Nick's idea of a Friday night because Nick is not a outgoing person. Rohei is more of that. And I actually physically struggled with that question. So I'm like, what would Rohei do? What would Aiko do? And what would Nick do? And I just struggled oh so bad with that. So I'm like, oh God, why? And then that weird girl has what kind of shampoo does Now use for his fabulous hair, and he actually uses a handmade ointment that Chio makes for her hair, and it smells like strawberries, and he really likes it. So he's like, yeah, I use my mother's because I like how it smells. And here's actually the sketches I did for my 216 217 recap video, so you have saw these sketches before. And this is me IDing, that's not a word, this is me making up my backstory to my mouse, so see Russell. And here is Russell himself. I decided to actually do small little pieces on index cards because I have a lot of them, because I actually bought them for commissions, but I haven't really been getting a lot of index card commissions lately, well, none. So I'm like, I might as well just use them for character ideas and stuff. So that's Russell. He's actually going to be a white mouse, so I'm actually pretty excited for that. So here's Axis again, and I actually did this for the Draw My OC Jenna, because Jenna Drawings is doing a OC draw thing, and I'm like, it's worth a shot. So here's actually me trying again as that same singer you saw at the beginning of this sketchbook, and I like this a lot better. I really do. This is not her outfit, but I like how I did this, and I like how she's looking back and her pose actually looks like she's bending a leg, and I'm just like, I'm so proud of this because I want to work on full bodies. It's something I'm striving towards. So again, I actually had to go to my college to finalize some stuff with my financial aid, and I actually thought it looked cute that day, so I drew myself walking to the building. So here's actually a Naru Neru idea based off that Nara picture I did a while ago, but I don't like it. So here's the last question I got, which was asked by Mama Cupcake, and her OC Cassie asked, Senpai, when did you notice me? And basically, my response is when Mama showed your Filzy story to me, and I'm crying on her shoulder because, oh my gosh, that story was ever so Filzy, and I'm like, Mama, why? Mama, why? And then I had this really cool idea to show Naru, Neru, and Papa Nice Show when they actually accepted the royalty. So there's Neru, there is Naru, and there is Papa Nice Show. And I actually did the crowns in a metallic gold pen, which I think is really fabulous. So I actually really like how that turned out. And I sketched all of these with the color erase, and then I inked over them. And they didn't really take me that long. They took me about like 30 minutes to an hour for all three of them to be finished. And I'm like, wow, that's shocker. And here's actually a picture of, oh my gosh, what's his name? Misaki or Misaki? I can't. I love him and Fushimi from K, because my friend was watching K with me on a Skype call. I already finished K. I know the ending. I've seen the movie, but he hasn't watched the anime yet, so he was just watching it when we were on call, and I kept hearing Misaki and Fushimi, and I'm just like, I have to draw Misaki or Yata-chan, and I love it. I hate how his pants turned out because his pants are green, and I tried to do like a shade thing and it just looks horrible, so I did him flipping people off and saying F it, because that's just how I felt, and I'm just like, he seems like the person that would say that, not me, so that's why I put it there. So if you are offended with stronger language, I am sorry. And here's a failed phase, and this is when I started developing my character Angelus, which is a vampire character that I'm doing with Mama Cupcake, so you should see more of him. I struggled a lot with his design because I don't want his design to be basic. Like, the only thing I kept with was the hairstyle. The hair I really like, but I don't really like these ideas. And I kept the hair bow. The hair bow I really did keep in his look. So here's another look of Angelus. I really like this pose. I don't know why I didn't finish it. And then this is a more concrete version of Angelus, but his outfit looks wrong. It's not the same, but the face is the same as the way he looks now. So that face is the final, but the outfit is not the final. I did draw him, I think, in here, so you should be able to see him. And then I just drew my older characters because I was in a emotional funk, and I was like, I'm just gonna draw my characters to get me out of it. So there's my character Aksushi, There is Kyohei, which is Pride in the Boy Toy Squad. And here's my character Saki, because she is the twin of my character Taiga, who you saw in the first part of this update. So yep, this is his twin sister. And oh, this is when I did watercolor index card doodles of singers I really respect, and I really love how these turned out. Like, I'm like super excited. So this is actually Gotch from the band Asian Kung Fu Generation, and I love that band. Like, guys, they are Bay material. They're Bay goals up there with Japanese rock music, and I just love how I did Gotch. I love his face and I love his body, and I love it. I love it. And then I drew Tatsuya Mitsumura, which is the vocalist of the band Nico Touches the Walls, and that band is Life. I love them. So I decided to draw him because he looks like my friend Justin. Like, legit, him and my friend Justin look exactly alike. I'm not joking about that. And it's ridiculous, and it's kind of eerie, and it's kind of creepy looking at this. So I'm going to move on. And then I drew the Bay Machi from the band Meteoroid, and I didn't have any more glue left, so I had to I had to tape it on all sides. So this is how he turned out of all of them. I only like these two. I don't really like him as much. But yeah, hopefully you can see his details. But yeah, I really loved his outfit, so I decided to draw him being ever so sexy, because that's kind of how the personality he kind of shows off in the band. So this is when I kind of brought back Aiko's best friend Mitsu, and I actually decided to idea them out because I really don't have a concrete version of how their relationship was. I actually typed it out on my iPod, so I'm not going to read it because it's kind of private, but this is just doodles of them because I really wanted to work more with them. And this is supposed to be them meeting again in high school, and Mitsu looks gosh so different, and he's like, "You're not the Aiko I know," because just to kind of sidetrack, she didn't really tell him how she looked like or where she was, because once she met Nick, she kind of went AWOL for a couple of months, and Mitsu could not get in touch with her at all. So for him seeing her like this, it kind of shocked him a lot, seeing his best friend look like this, and he's like, "You're not Aiko. I don't believe you're Aiko." And it kind of does hurt her feelings because Mitsu was her only friend in middle school, and he just doesn't recognize her or respect her as the way she is now. But don't kill him, guys. He does later on, once he kind of understands why Aiko did it. But yeah, so don't kill him. He understands later. So here's actually another singer I really like. I've drawn her before, but I wanted to redraw her to see if I got better at her, and I think she's the cutest thing on the planet. And I'm really happy with the feet, because I don't draw feet as often. I draw them as like blobs, but I don't add the toes. So I'm actually really happy with them feet, because I need to draw feet a lot more. So here are some failed doodles of Crispy Samchi, and here's actually a successful one, kinda. And here's actually me working with that hippie character, because again, I don't want her to look like Aiko. And oh, that's my class schedule. You cannot see that. You cannot see that. Okay, so here's Aiko and Mitsu while they're in high school. So yes, guys, he accepts her, and she just bought a video game, and she's like, "Oh my gosh, I didn't want a used one." And Mitsu actually buys her a new copy for her birthday, so that's kind of a spoiler. But she's like so mad, and she's like, "No, I wanted a new copy." And he's like, "Aiko, you can always wait till later, because I'm going to give you one for your birthday, and you don't know that yet." So yes. So, here's Aiko being really happy because Mitsu is a pro gamer. She cannot beat him in anything because that's how good he is. And she finally beat him, and she's like, "Yes, finally!" And I was just like, poor Aiko. Sorry about that. My iPod died, but it died at the right moment because I totally forgot that was in here. But here's my hippie character again, and she looks more like herself. I really love this, and I think her legs are really long, so that part I like. The leg part, not so much. So here is Rohei being ever so perverted like he is. And yeah, this is him in that preppy outfit. So I feel like Rohei in like a preppy school would be like, hey, what's up, bae? Let me get that number. He would be that type of person. Like, that's Rohei to the T. So yes. So here's some more Victory fan art. I don't like it. That's the reason why I didn't show it to anyone, and I feel like I'm gonna get killed by Choco for this. But yeah, I did use my metallic silver Sharpie for the snowflakes, if you can see that. I might show Choco in Skype, so when she sees this, she'll be like, yeah, I saw that already, Nyrel. But yeah, I use my metallic pen to do the snowflakes because I really feel like a light silver makes snowflakes really pretty, and those are their outfits when they do that duet together. So I'm like, that's cool. So here is Naru. I think it's Naru. I was venting. Yeah, I think I'm gonna use Naru as a vent art character because he understands me, man. He really does. And I was just like, who cares? And like that's just how I felt. And I'm not going to explain myself. That is personal info. Unfinished picture. Here is Nor, my bae. And here's a new character. Her name is, what's her name? I cannot remember. I really can't remember her name. But she's a new character. She's a very sexy woman. I really wanted a very sexy woman as a character for so long. And I finally got it. And she is gore to the just. And here's her again. I forgot her name. I really have forgotten her name. I named her with JMI. I just do not remember. So JMI, if you're watching this, tell me in the comments below because I forgot. I really forgot. And here's a crab from Orenchi no Yujincho. His name is Maki. He is my husband. He is my crab husband. I love him. He's like one of those characters that you wanted in an anime for so long because his personality is so funny and awkward that I'm like, oh my gosh, I love him so much. And here's just a random girl. I really wanted to draw a cyber goth person for the longest while, so I think I did a good job with that one, and I like this perspective from her looking behind. Here's my sexy character again, showing off her assets, and I really love this character, guys. I don't know why, I just really love this character. It's weird. And here's her again because I decided I wanted to put her in JMI's story. So she's going to be with Atsune and Midori. I don't remember her name. I don't know why. I don't remember her name, but this is her now. And this is her when she worked in that place. Atsune and Midori worked, so her hair was black. And once she kind of got to the States, she kind of just hauled off. She was like, nope, I'm doing me time. So here's a sketch of Rohei in a school outfit because I forget to tell you guys, him and Hiroki do go to school and I don't draw them in their school outfits like I should. So yeah, that is what that is. And then I drew a sexy Aiko on the back. I don't know what was up with me because I've been binge watching Dance Moms. Okay, so my iPad keeps dying on me. So this is the last sketch for this sketchbook. It's just Aiko and Mitsu saying, I am that girl and I'm that boy that you don't want to mess with. So that is it, guys. So thank you for watching and tell me in my comment section below, what was your favorite sketch in this journal? I loved working in it and I will see you in my next video. So bye, guys.